Hi, this is Jim Hiltz from Rhythm Surf Monkeys. I'd like to wish Danny Coleman and all his listeners on Danny Coleman's Rock on Radio a very Merry Christmas.
Well, Nancy, if communism ever comes to the United States. Welcome to Rock on Radio. I am not Ronald Reagan. I am your host, Danny Coleman, here for...
Thankfully.
Yes.
I don't know what I would say to Ronald Reagan. You, I know.
I can't recall. But... thank you for tuning in to Rock on Radio. Producer Claire is here.
I am not Nancy.
No, you are not Nancy. Our social media maven, Madison, is here.
Yes.
Madison and I...
held down the fort?
We did.
Yes, thankfully. Yay.
Yep.
I didn't have to be here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I found out how old Madison actually is.
The hard way.
The hard way. I hung out with your father. Your father's cool.
Yep. Cool runs in the family.
Your mom was supposed to come with you, though.
No.
Thought you said your mom and dad were coming and two friends. I saw your two friends.
No. My mom.
No?
She doesn't get out much.
No?
Nah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's because Cece Coletti wasn't there.
Yeah, maybe.
To get her all in trouble smoking in the boys' room.
Yup.
Or the girls'
Yeah, my
room
mom's
or
probably still in the principal's office.
Whoa! See that? Cece Coletti. Now, your mom know that Cece toured with Meatloaf for 10 years? And
I think she would, because my dad knew. He didn't know the specifics, but he knew she had been doing music and was pretty successful with it. So I'm sure my mom knows. Right. I'm sure they have each other on Facebook or something. I don't think they're still, like, friends, like, close, but...
Well, and we... Well, that's nice. That's good. Cece's a good person. She's always been very good to me. Let's put it that way. But I'll tell you this. Now, producer Claire took the night off. Called in sick.
I did not. I flat out said I wasn't coming.
Called in pajamas.
There was no.
Trying to save a little face here because when I walked in,
I was painting sets, so I was busy.
Sets of what? Sick. Legos, trains? What do you mean?
Play. My daughter's play.
You got to be a little more specific.
Her daughter's on
Not
Broadway.
Everybody knows what.
Broadway.
Yeah, it's a big deal, Danny. Don't be jealous.
Scrooge. Don't be jealous. I'm doing building sets on Broadway.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, so Madison and I, and Bruce and Charlie and Robin, we went over to the New Hope Inn and Suites because there's a music room there called Carrie's Music Lounge. And I got to meet the owners. And when I got there were a couple of people there. A couple of real
locals?
No, a couple of very excited fans. Because the Deco Entertainment show that evening.
You are fans?
Was a couple of them.
Oh.
I know you find that hard to believe.
Oh, your little groupies were there and such?
Sandy Hall and her husband.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Deco Entertainment artist Sandy Hall and Chris. And let me tell you, their set was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Fantastic.
Of course. I mean,
Sandy's voice was spot on. Joe Sarasano.
Yes, Joe Cerasano.
Who, for my money, Madison will tell you. I said I was going to introduce him as Joe Cerasano. And so, for my money, Sarasano stole the show.
Wow. Well, I bet he would.
Without hesitation.
Aww.
He engaged the crowd. His voice was also fantastic. And he just, he told stories. His Sons are making a documentary about
Yes.
him.
Well, remember the son came here and he said that he was doing that. Yeah,
Making
so
a
that's cool.
documentary about him. So, as a matter of fact, him and Stephen DeJoseph, another deco artist, are going to be doing a little concert here. Or they did it this past weekend, which is why we had to tear everything down because we were in the way. But so I'm anxious to see it
Nice.
when it's ready to make its debut, its screen debut. But I didn't know this. Joe's sons, both one works for Netflix and the other works for who was he? Do you remember, Madison? Who the other one worked for?
Because he works for
No, I
Netflix and the Monmouth, Fort Monmouth, right? Isn't he work with Fort Monmouth?
One
Netflix?
works in the city for another big production company, like I want to say HBO, but it was something like that. Anyway, so, but they're making this documentary, so that'll be really cool.
That's neat.
But the headliner was Albert Bouchard of Blue Oyster Cult because
More cowbell.
Bruce and he did this comic book or graphic novel, whatever they call it now.
Imaginos.
Imaginos, and of which we gave away a signed copy at the happy hour, along with a Deco T-shirt there on Thursday. But Albert, right, that one couple all the way from West Virginia, they drove
Yeah.
for that show.
Get
Yeah,
out.
that was crazy. There were people there from Maryland too.
Yeah, Western Maryland, not
Wow.
so they drove, and they brought their kid.
Oh,
Yeah, a little kid. How old?
He was like
must have been
8.
young.
and
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
like Albert Bouchard fans.
And Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah.
How
And
how
then-
old were these people?
and
They're
the
pretty
kid was like
young.
8 or 9,
That's
so
what
they
I'm
must have
saying.
been. Which is what I found even more amazing because I relayed the story while I was the MC. I relayed the story about how first time I ever saw Blue Oyster Cult was when I was in high school. And that guy sitting at the table knew what show, the band, and everything
Yeah.
else, the date,
The name of the tour.
the name of the tour.
That was pretty crazy.
It was Cultosaurus erectus tour.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Whoa.
wow. You like Blue Oyster Cult, John?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Just
well,
checking in.
they
I
had-
want you to feel left out. all right? So, and it's pretty funny because, so Madison and I were there early, and there were some groupies that showed up early, and they were talking to.
Oh, Danny.
No, not me. They
Not
didn't even
quite.
know who I.
Madison,
Matter of fact,
Madison.
Yeah, that's more.
that
yeah.
was more, especially after I introduced her.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Danny gave me a shout out.
Nice.
So, but here's the funny point. Madison, I don't even think you know this. The owner's wife comes over to me, and I'm sitting at a table. Now, I got a sport coat, and I get,
Who you dressed up?
no, well, not really, but I have my sport coat with me. So I'm sitting at a table, and I don't know, but did I look dressed up? I mean,
Yeah,
I
pretty
look different than I
spiffy.
look now. Of
You,
course.
you matched
Which
the
isn't-
vibe pretty
Which
good.
isn't hard.
Right. So, wow.
We don't get a sports coat.
So, anyway, so she comes over to me, the owner, Sherry Carey, and,
Oh, you're
and her husband is a Carey. That's why it's Carey's Music Lounge.
Oh.
So, it's not Carey. Their last name is Carey,
Oh.
Cary.
Like Harry Carey.
Right. and not not Cubs win Harry Carey either. So anyway, so meanwhile, all back at Rock On Radio. So the woman comes over to me. She says hi, and she's trying to be very polite and very nice. And she said, "Do you have a ticket?" Because they were getting ready to clear the room out. And I said, "No." Just like that. No. Well, it's a ticketed affair, so you're going to have to buy a ticket. I said, "Yeah, I don't think so."
Oh, you're so mean. You're really mean.
Just like, and she don't know what to do. She don't know whether she needs to go get her husband or call the police. She says, "Well," excuse me. She said, "Why won't you buy a ticket?" I said, "Because I'm the MC." Oh, I'm sorry. No problem. See you later. Within 15 minutes, she friended me on Facebook.
She was checking up on you.
She wanted to make sure I was legit.
Yeah.
So, And then Madison and I had our little incident where I went from being really cool to a total nerd, as you
What
heard.
happened? What, you
I'm a
went
little
to...
trickster.
You, did you put him up to buying you a drink?
He offered.
And then your father walked in?
Yes, well, and I
Oh.
thought Danny knew I
Burn.
was a certain age that may or may not
Oh.
be 21.
Well, you're
Good,
like
I wonder
6 foot. So it's
Yeah,
kinda-
yeah,
we
that's-
equate height and
I-
age.
But I wonder why she got all like, she's like, wow, that's really cool. Thanks. So I'm coming
I
back
was
from
like,
the
oh, Danny, you're the best. Dude.
I'm coming back from the bar,
My dad is coming any minute, but thanks.
Yeah.
and that's what she said. I'm saving these seats for my dad and mom and my friends.
I told him my dad was gonna come beat him up for getting me alcohol.
And then
She set you up.
she took the drink, and she's like, "Oh, but you can't sit near me though. Go over there, old man." You know. So
I banished him.
she
So
banished me.
what did you choose as your drink of choice?
Oh, rum and diet, Claire. Come
Oh,
on.
okay, all right.
So
all right.
I'm a pro.
I'm
a pro.
walking back.
I didn't need Danny, but since he offered,
That's what you
She
like.
took my
don't you?
wallet. That's what she did. So
Good
I'm
thing I
walking
didn't
back.
come.
I'm walking back from the bar, and I got Madison's in my left hand, so I can remember, and I had them put 2 limes in mine on my right hand, and they were only
And you
little
have rum and
rocks
Coke
glasses.
too, don't you?
I had Jack and Coke.
Oh, Jack
and
and
she had a
Coke.
rum
That's
and Coke.
right. I don't know, whatever. Something.
And Bruce stops
like
me, and
that.
he's like, "Is that for you and Madison?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "She's only 20." No
came
wonder
back
why
over
she
and
was
like,
so excited.
Madison, what? Why didn't you tell me you're 20?
Trying to get me thrown in jail? Who put you up to this, Claire?
But did you drink it?
Oh, of course.
Oh, good.
It was still.
In like 2
Okay.
sips before her father got there, and she's like,
No.
"Here, old man, hide the evidence.
glug, glug, glug.
Go get me another
Chucked
one,
it
or I'm
too.
telling my dad."
Yeah, another round, Danny.
Then her
another
father
round.
walks in, and he's like, 7'10". But I wound up hanging with your dad. He was cool.
Oh,
I was giving him some of the insight on Sarasano
Mm,
and so on.
yeah,
and so
he
forth.
loves music. He was really excited to be there. He's
Excellent.
Cool. He's the reason I even know about the Beastie Boys and all of that whole scene.
There you go.
Because that's all his stuff that I just stole from him.
Every generation does that, so
Yep.
don't feel bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's how I started listening to Creedence Clearwater,
Yeah,
right? And
Yeah.
now look,
Mhm.
Cosmo's like a buddy of ours,
that's right.
right? So, Rock On Radio is brought to you by O'Connor's American Bar and Grill, the official caterers of Rock On Radio,
Can't bel-
including
Mm.
the 17th annual Christmas Spectacular.
I can't believe it's that time of year again.
I went fast.
That did.
I
Man.
talked. Well,
Whew.
we talked to Diane on the way
Mhm,
here,
yep.
so we have AsburyParkVibes.com
Boop, boop.
is the scene of the crime. You'll have
Right.
to stop by. AsburyParkVibes.com is the scene of the 17th annual Christmas Spectacular, as it has been for the 16th and the 15th,
Yep.
and that is from 12 to 6 at their
6?
office.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
like
by
12
the
to
time
5.
I figure, by the time we get there and get out, it'll be.
Oh, okay.
12
Well, we're
to
gonna. Are we
6.
going on the air at 12?
Probably not.
Okay. So yeah, but if we're doing 4 hours,
Right.
yeah.
So, and people want to stop.
Well, we don't want to tell them
help us
6.
clean
Tell
up.
them 5.
No, I'm telling them 6. That way they help us clean up. Oh, you missed it, but can you take that bag of garbage? I've been thinking. I'm an idea man. See.
Well, it hasn't worked so far. It's just been you and me cleaning up to this
So,
point.
so John, if you're going to show up, make sure you show up around 5:45, bud.
Okay.
With a
Did
pickup
you-
truck and a hand truck if you got one. No.
Did you mention that this event was catered, perchance?
Well, we're getting there, but yes, O'Connor's American Bar and Grill.
Nice.
They're official.
O'Connor's
caterers.
provides the food. The space is Asbury Park
Mhm.
Vibes.
Cool. The
.com.
eggnog.
Lillipies? Am I going to get to try
Uh-huh.
the little pie?
Uh-huh.
Lillipies of
Nice.
Princeton.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They are located inside the Princeton Shopping Center at 301 North Harrison Street. I saw Jen last week, and I'm going to see her again. I saw her
Ooh.
again yesterday.
Very
So,
cool. Nice.
we got Lillipies
Mm-hmm.
of Princeton. Sinister Footwear, sinisterfw.com. I don't know if you saw or not, but Tina's got some health issues
Yes, I
going
did.
on.
I
So
did see that.
Tina,
Please support her.
we do.
Buy socks.
Tina-
Christmas is coming.
That's right. Tina makes these fantastic, or doesn't make them, but she has an entire
She's
inventory.
knitting.
Oh, yeah, she's home knitting socks of crazy wild socks. Check them out. Go to sinisterfw.com, and if you decide to buy any, use the promo code DCR socks at checkout, and you'll get 10% off your order.
Mm-hmm.
NewJerseyStage.com. Go to NewJerseyStage.com for the finest in arts and entertainment all over New Jersey and beyond. NewJerseyStage.com. Phoenix Art Supplies and Framing. Claire, what do they provide?
Art supplies and framing.
Excellent. Yes, you were paying attention. Phoenix Art Supplies and Framing, located on Route
That was
611,
a new question.
otherwise known as Southeastern Road in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Jenny Schaefer. Chuck said he's going to stop by in the morning because then that afternoon he's got a gig with John DeRosa.
Oh, no.
Chuck
You mean
Schaefer.
he's stopping by the Christmas spectacular?
Christmas party, yes. So check
Cool.
those out for the finest art supplies and framing. Jenny Schaefer at Phoenix Art Supply and Framing for more than 40 years, providing quality framework to Doylestown and beyond. The Jersey Shore Jazz and Blues Foundation. While this show is airing, we are at their party. Woohoo!
That's right.
JSJBF.org. See what they have in store, all the things they do for the community and local schools, local musicians. They
Scholarship programs.
they have all sorts of things. Go to JSJBF.org
Or find them on Facebook.
or find them on Facebook, right? And we are in the 2-track studios of Deco Entertainment. We love Deco Entertainment.
We do.
We do. Madison, do you love Deco Entertainment?
Yes, very much.
I'm like a waiter at a restaurant. When you got your mouth full of food, I come over and talk to you. Is that what
You did that on purpose, too. You saw her eating.
Well, she was putting it away.
In her mouth.
Wow. Okay, then. So, now I forget where I was.
Where were you?
Oh, Dee Dee's Lights. I saw Dee Dee yesterday.
Nice.
Or not yesterday, the other day. She gave us a thing for the happy hour.
Nice.
Extra gift to give away.
And Red Bank.
In Red Bank. Yep. Actually, I met her outside of. She had a Chamber of Commerce event in Neptune
Oh,
at
okay.
at Leaping Brook Country Club. So,
Oh, I thought you said McClune's.
well, that's where I met her at
Oh,
McClune's because
gotcha,
that was on
gotcha.
her way home,
Gotcha.
and it was pouring down rain.
Better than
And
snow.
I'm trying to figure out the parking because for some reason my parking app it kicked me out and I had to go reload all my information.
Ooh, I hate that.
And all of a sudden, I happened to catch out of the corner of my eye this heavily protected person walking down the street with a ShopRite bag. And I'm like, that's Deeds. Deeds! So she jumped in my truck. We made the exchange. And then I kicked her out.
Did you at least drive her to her car?
Huh?
Did you at least drive her to her
She
car?
was right. She parked next to me.
Oh.
Made
Okay.
it a lot easier.
Okay.
So we have DD's Lights. Go to DD'sLights.com. She's the official chandler of Rock on Radio. Am I forgetting anybody?
Probably.
Probably.
Your ex's soul.
Oh, Tyndall Road Brewery. That's right. I tell you, my sister called me from there
No.
last week.
Oh, really?
My sister
Did she
called
know
me,
you are?
and she's like, I'm at Tyndall Road. I was like, oh, cool. She said, Danny's Pick. Is that you? I was like, yeah. She says, my ex's soul? Really? I was like, you have an issue with that? She's like, no, I think it's kind of funny. Go ask for Danny's Pick, my ex's soul, which is a habanero chocolate or habanero coffee stout. It is delicious.
Unlike your ex's soul.
Man, that's on flames as we speak. On
We all got them.
That's it. All right, that's it, right? How can they find out about us, Claire?
They go to dcror.com, which is the short link for Danny Coleman's rockonradio.com.
Oh, right. And Instagram is Madison.
Your mic's on the floor.
Rock on radio.
At Rock On Radio. All one word. All capital letters. Or Facebook.com/Danny Coleman's Rock On Radio, the number 2. And that's that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, tonight's guest has also driven many moons.
Mm-hmm.
And was it not for the fact that he had left, I may have had to cancel due to personal reasons this evening. But I didn't want to make him turn around after dealing with the hinterlands.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Not a good idea.
So he is here. He is you are a harmonica player? And
It's one of many things.
go ahead. What else?
I kind of consider myself a musician now that I'm retired.
Nice.
It's, I came from mainstream corporate world and kind of weaseled music into my life.
Well, besides the harmonica, what else do you?
Trumpet, drums, piano. He's
So you are a
guitar.
multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Please welcome Mr. John Hanney to Rock On Radio.
Isn't it Jersey Johnny?
It is Jersey John.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Jersey
can't
John.
give yourself a nickname. You have to. Somebody has to give it to you.
Danny gives it to you.
Yeah.
Danny gives everybody a nickname.
Well, to see that when he sent me the email with the material that we're going to be airing, it said Jersey Johnny. Now, you know who I'm thinking of. It wasn't
Jersey
him. It was
Joe.
the other Jersey Johnny.
Well, there's
Oh, there's also,
Well-
yeah, right.
Jersey Johnny Florio,
Florio.
Right.
That's right. He's
but
been-
I'm Jersey John and not Johnny.
That's the difference. Now, Jersey Johnny, his picture is when he was here on our show for his Facebook picture. I looked at that and I'm like, I took that picture. That's my picture.
Nice. See?
That's nice.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're from where, John?
I'm from Neptune. I was born in
Okay.
Point, and little stint in the Navy for a while, and I bought a house in Neptune.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
I've been there ever
Neptune.
since. Yeah.
Nice. All right, now, John and I met when I was emceeing the Veterans Benefit at DJ's in Belmar,
Yes.
Nice.
which is always a nice day. But you were playing with some heavy hitters, man. You had
Oh yeah. I was a last minute fill-in kind of. Well, John Fernandez gave me a call or a
Right.
text and said, "We have to put something together. We have an open slot." I forget, Chuck Lambert, I think, couldn't make it. That was the big thing.
right.
And so he said, "Well, I've done other veteran things with John Fernandez, and he knew I was a go-to guy, and he just kind of texted me, said, 'Can you make it?' And I made some arrangements, and I could. And
you were playing with Sonny Ken too.
yeah,
right? Yeah,
that's right. Oh, how could
Nice.
you not turn that down? I mean,
Right.
you had to do it. It just was.
Have you
something I had to-
played? Have you shared a stage with Sonny before?
No,
or
that's the first
That
time
was
I
first
think
time?
I've ever shared the stage with Sonny.
It's
Yeah.
one of them pinch me moments, right?
It was cool. I've known Sonny since my Cablevision days in the '80s.
Wow.
So so I met him when he was like the hot ticket in Asbury Park, where they were really promoting him, and I worked in the studio when I was in high school at Monmouth Cablevision,
Okay.
and I'd meet all the people coming into the studio and stuff. It was awesome.
Was that in Freehold, that one, or no?
No, Freehold was probably a little bit later. At the time I joined Monmouth Cable, it was in Monmouth on Belmar Boulevard.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Right,
Mhm.
Belmar Boulevard. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I take that back. Not Belmar Boulevard. 18th Avenue. 18th Avenue was
Okay.
the location. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By the high school, not too
Yeah,
far
yeah,
from
yeah,
the
I
high
mean,
school. Yeah.
Thinking about that for
Yeah.
a second.
So I met Sonny Ken back then. Did not play harmonica then.
No.
No.
What was the first instrument you learned how to play?
Trumpet.
Trumpet.
That was the first. Yeah.
Was that like
And
a
Me too.
4th grade thing?
Actually, I was a late bloomer. Everybody else started before me, and I kind of bugged my parents and said, I want to play something. And so the summer before I went into 6th grade, which was middle school for me, I picked up the trumpet. I was playing with 5th graders, and I loved it. I really loved playing the trumpet. It was fun. It eventually took me to in high school, it took me to a stage band competition. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you play the trumpet too, Madison?
I did, and similar story actually. I started in 4th grade, and then 5th grade they had me playing with the advanced middle school band, and I did it all through middle school. But then I quit towards the end of my 8th grade year because I became an athlete all the time. Just funny how that worked out because I didn't end up going to college for volleyball, and I got a job in the music industry. So probably should have just stayed in the band, but
that happens with all of us. We
Right?
have this
Yeah.
career path we think we're going to take, and then all of a sudden something gets presented in front of you, and you find out, hey, I have a skill, and this is where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you also figure out what's fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, that's fantastic. All right, so you played the trumpet,
Mhm.
and did you, well, in rock and roll,
Right.
the local garage band really doesn't have much need
No.
for a trumpet player.
No.
So where'd you go from there?
Well, trumpet was my first introduction into music, and as I went into high school, well, I was in middle school, I got parts in the high school plays playing kids' parts.
Okay.
And the Music Man, and I played in Hanney, Get Your Gun. So I got adopted brothers and sisters when I went into high school. I'm the oldest of 4 in my family, and so as I tried out for the plays and got these parts, I ended up getting older brothers and sisters that just put me under their wing and kind of taught me a lot about, life in general, just music. And once I got into high school, I just took any avenue that I could to learn a new instrument. And piano, keyboards was next,
Okay.
and then a little bit of drums in high school too as well.
Cool.
And but I never hooked up with a band, ever.
No?
I just stuck with the trumpet and band up to my sophomore year, and then electronics kind of hit me, and that's where I started getting into, the technical aspect of things. And believe it or not, that took me into eventually recording and video and camera work and stuff. How I ended up meeting Sonny Ken.
Okay.
So that laid the foundation for me to kind of be more in the media area. It wasn't until way later that I got back into music and started playing with bands and really putting myself on stage, and doing that.
Now, what was it that you did for Monmouth Cablevision?
So in high school, I was a cameraman,
Okay.
and I got it through a friend of mine who was working at the high school. His name was John Sullivan. He was the civilian guy that would repair all the decks, video decks, and take care of all the electronics in the school. And he ended up leaving that high school and going to Monmouth. And he kind of said, I got stuff for you to do if you want to come and, leave your stupid dishwashing job. And what else did I do? And I said, absolutely. And my mom, oh gosh, she was awesome. She drove me at first, and then, of course, I had my driver's license at 17, so I was driving myself to Monmouth Cable. How many people can say that, you had a high school job and you're working in a TV studio? Eventually, I put on commercials on the air. I got to meet some local talent. It just was, it was an awesome time of my life. It was really cool.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
See that? There's hope for me yet.
Is there though?
Yeah, true. I am pretty hopeless.
And like Madison, I thought I was going to be an architect, and then I thought I was going to be, I don't know what I thought I was going to be. I mean, I figured I was going to go to college for sure. I thought for sure. And rough times for the family. So I said to my dad, I said, Dad, I'm going to go into the Navy. I said, I do not want to work a full-time job while I'm going to college. And I said, if I go to the Navy, I'll make that money, and then when I get out, I'll go to college. And he was kind of like a little devastated in the fact that he wanted to see me do what he didn't get to do, which was go to college, and I'm the oldest in the family. But it turned out really cool because I ended up getting computer science, like a computer science degree without going to college by being in the Navy.
Through the Navy.
So, yeah.
I'm surprised that they didn't put you in college or through college, I guess.
Well, I took college courses while I was on the aircraft carrier as well.
Oh,
So
cool.
I had a mishmash of classes of programming and math and electronics. So I did pretty good while I was, on board the carrier.
So you're a veteran as well. Well, thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
There were an awful lot of you squid at that benefit the other day.
Well, John
Right?
Fernandez.
was in the
Yeah,
Navy.
he was
you
in
were
the
in the
Navy.
Navy.
Yeah.
Weimer, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Weim-
Joe Weimer was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Weimer was in
absolutely.
the Navy. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was
Hi, Joe.
a whole bunch of. There was quite a few people, and I laugh because I worked until recently. I worked 2 days a week at a golf course in Cream Ridge,
Oh.
and one of my coworkers is a Marine.
Okay.
He's 85, but he's a Marine. And
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
always a Marine, right? And my father's a Marine, so these two guys, we used to call them the road runners because they would book the first tee time 3 days a week. They could play this entire golf course, which should take between 3 and 4 hours. They could play it in 2 hours and 25 minutes. So we called them the road runners. They get the first tee time, they'd play, they were done. It's good.
And not playing scramble or anything like that, right?
Well, so one day I'm in there in the morning, and these two come walking in, and my man Lou sitting behind the desk, and he goes, "Oh, if it ain't a couple of squid." So the one guy looks at him and goes, "All right, Leatherneck, let's go." So that's how I realized that they were calling them. That they call people in the Navy squid, because them guys are both Navy vets.
Yeah.
But which I found kind of funny. So now you get into music,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't join a band, but yet you've played with so many different people.
Yeah.
Is that a recent thing, or is that
About 2006.
okay?
was when
So
I
20
started-
years.
Yeah, quite a few years that I actually started getting on the other side of the microphone. I kind of did a lot of stuff on the other side, doing sound gigs, lighting gigs, just going to watch bands. I got to know a lot of the local talent just by going out and seeing bands and hanging out with them, and knowing that I played guitar too. So I used to get invited to some of the after parties where a lot of the musicians were playing, and I played guitar. I was not good. I'm still not that great. And I just found that I needed to do something that got me a little bit more of a turn when, the circle came around where they go, okay, now it's your turn. What do you want to play? And I had picked up the harmonica a little bit in the Navy, kind of toyed around with it, had a chromatic in my pocket. Every so often I'd play it. I really didn't kind of figure that out until after I got out. And then by the time, 2006 came around where I had my own company and was on my own, and I had a little bit of free time to go out and see bands and stuff, I started bringing another harmonica out with me, and that's kind of how it happened. Instead of playing a guitar, I go, let me try the harmonica. And it just seemed to click little by little by little. Within a couple of years, I was out sitting in with bands and getting invited back.
That's
That's
the key.
important.
Right? The key. Oh, you did really well. Thank you. And if it ends there, that's it. Yeah. But anytime you want to come on up. And I kind of owe that to my first name drop, which is Dale Toth, because I used to go out and see him play. And on my birthday one time, I was hanging at a bar and with a whole bunch of women next to me, and it would just happen to be empty, and there was just a lot of women hanging out. We had our back to him, and he's playing his heart out. And he said, "Boy, I'd love it if you guys would turn around." so the whole bar turned around, and he was really cool. And the women at the bar would say, "No, he's got a harmonica," and we can go a lot of places with that. And he said, "Come on up." And so I had a C harmonica, and he changed the key. And I sat there and played about 2 or 3 songs with him, and he just kind of pulled me aside and said, "You have to do this. You have to do this." So Dale Toth was the first person that kind of went, "Okay, I think I can do this."
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do we have any of his music? Is
I
that
don't
part
think
of
so.
it?
I don't
Okay.
know if you know Dale, but he's still around. He's got a country band and still doing his thing. And this is way back in. Sorry, Dale. This is back in 2006.
Well, so today I was on my way to pick up my father,
Mm-hmm.
and I hear one of the songs off Charlie Musselwhite's latest album.
Mm-hmm.
Storm Warning was the name of the song, and the harmonica kicked in, and it was Deke. It had it was Deke written all over it, right?
Cool.
So,
Very cool.
and I'm thinking to myself, well, that's going to be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Claire and I back in March went to Clarksdale, Mississippi, with the Jersey Shore Jazz and Blues Foundation,
Mm-hmm.
and we were lucky enough to meet Charlie Musselwhite's recording engineer, producer,
Oh, cool.
and there's a harmonica shop there called Deke's Mississippi Saxophones because James Cotton used to call the harmonica the Mississippi saxophone. And Deke and James had become fast friends, so James had taught him a lot. And when I heard that harmonica, I was like, I know that ain't James Cotton because that album was just, but Deke was saying how he was telling me how he was on Charlie's recent album. And
You're talking about Deke Harp, right?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I met him.
Have you?
Oh, yeah. He was at one of the Harp and Helps, which I got to do.
Oh, fun.
I
He
did
came-
2 Harp and Helps.
Was that a couple of years ago? He came up. Did he come up with Big A?
I
Well,
don't know.
The Harp and Help, I don't know when it was, but it was way back when I first was starting out. When I
Okay.
just
Well,
started
maybe.
meeting all the Asbury Park people.
Oh, and he came up.
And then Sandy Mack had a Harp and Help. I met him through a whole bunch of different people,
Right.
and he invited me out to play. So I played at 2 Harp and Helps back then.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
usually an
So I met Deke Harp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
he
about
would
that?
play it. One
So
of
you
them.
know
I
who
don't
we're
which
talking
one.
about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah.
His shop in Clarksdale is really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
really
typical
interesting.
Clarksdale shop, though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Very
got
true.
couches and throw rugs, and not too unlike here.
But as soon as I heard that, I was like, "Oh man," And it's the same studio. Gary Vincent, Gary Vincent
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the
His
producer, I
yes,
think.
and he does all of Morgan Freeman's voiceovers.
Every voiceover you ever heard by Morgan Freeman came out of this guy's studio, which is literally half the size of this.
So true.
So it was really cool. So how about that? If you're just tuning in, this is Rock On Radio. I am Danny Coleman. Producer Claire is here. Madison is here. Our guest is John Hanney. So you kind of sent me your music in a chronological order of the artists that you performed with. So why don't we? What would you like Claire to play? Let's do some music.
Well, let's jump to Kelly McGuire's live recording that I did at a house concert with him, because I met Kelly McGuire when my skill set was really getting better.
Okay.
I went to Key West, and it was a whole new world for me. It was like I always say it was Asbury Park on steroids, but that's totally far from what it really was. Because that was the first thing that hit me when I started meeting all these artists. I met songwriters from all over the entire country.
You weren't hanging out with Pat Cadano down there, were you?
Well, no, But I know Pat. Pat knows me for sure. Matter of fact, to this day, whenever he plays on Mondays at Jamian's, I'll go in and sit and listen to him every so often. He's awesome. I love Pat. No, but this was a time in Key West when all the local musicians would disappear, and all these artists would come in what they call trop rock atmosphere. And the event was called Modem, Meeting of the Minds. And Jimmy Buffett would be featured not every year, but occasionally he'd be one of the featured musicians at the concerts that they have. But it's held for an entire week. I won't go too far with that, but I met an artist, a songwriter. His name is Kelly McGuire. And I was sitting with him. I got invited by people on the island, said, you got to go and play with this guy. And I show up, and I'm in the front row, and there's nobody around. And Kelly walks out, and he's like kind of adjusting his sound and everything. And he waves to me, and I said, hey, I'm here to sit in with you. And he hasn't have a clue who I am at all. And he says, oh, okay. And he disappears. Then the crowd shows up. He's sitting, getting ready again. And I waved to him with my hand. And then finally, some of the people that had recommended me to come up to him and grab him and say, you got to let this guy come up. And he goes, oh, okay. And so he goes, John, I guess you're coming up right away. Well, I actually didn't know who my name was. So he plays his originals. I've never heard him before. I'm playing him. And he says, this is the first time he's ever heard my music. He goes, and he goes, by the way, what's your name? And I said, John. And he said, John, where are you from? And I said, well, I'm from New Jersey. And he goes, I got Jersey John here. And
That's
that
how
was
you got
it.
your name?
Yep.
And that's it. Everybody in Key West knew me as Jersey John.
Wow.
But so anyway, Kelly and I became really good friends. There's more to the story, but he would do house concerts. And whenever he was in the area, he'd invite me to do 2 or 3, in Maryland and Pennsylvania and upstate New York and things like that. So the music that I have for you is a live concert I did at my friend Joe's house with Kelly McGuire.
And it's called?
And
If I'm
it's one of
Dreamin'.
his songs called Shelter in Solitude, which is off of his Club Blonde CD, which was, I think it's his second CD, where he kind of went commercial country. But I think there's a lot of great songs on there. And so we did an acoustic version of that.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, here's Jersey John Hanney with Kelly
McGuire.
Oh, yeah. If I'm dreaming, don't wake me up. I might be in Lansdale, Pennsylvania, at Country Joe's. Just like deja vu, she walked into the room. I couldn't help but stare. I'd seen her somewhere. Then I thought, you fool, she's your dream come true. Her eyes, her face, her hair, your dream girl standing there. I held her like a cloud. We floated across the floor. She fit into my arms like no one else before. Pinch me so I'll see if this is just a dream. I look into her eyes, she's looking back at me. If I'm dreaming, don't wake me up. If I'm dreaming, don't spoil my fun. There's no reason to take my dream girl away. If I'm dreaming, Well, in the morning things look so unclear. Was she really here? Or was it in my mind? On the pillow by my head there lay a note that read, thanks for the dance, see you next time. If I'm dreaming, don't wake me up. If I'm dreaming, don't spoil my fun. There's no reason to take my dream girl away. If I'm dreaming, don't wake me Wow. John.
There we go. Fantastic. Look at that. You got a rousing applause.
Oh, it's been an awesome ride since I met Kelly. It's been really cool.
So was she the first artist you really collaborated with?
Oh gosh, no. First artists were way back when I was starting out. I met Shelly Arden, or she's now Shelly Minaccio.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I was
In
kind of
fact,
like
her husband just reached out to me yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Keith,
Yeah. The same Keith, Tony Tedesco, right? I think that's how you
Oh,
say his
yeah,
name.
Tony Tedesco. Yep.
Tedesco, Michael Brett.
Right.
Gosh, you could listen. I met Gary Cavaco too. That's when I started hitting open mics. Twisted Tree, Espresso Joe's and keyboard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Been,
God.
I've been to
I like
every one of those names and places.
the Green Planet in
Yep.
Point Pleasant. I met Pat Carwin there. He used to
Okay.
host that. Pat Carwin, amazing guitar player, just super cool.
You play on Paul Marzano's.
I did play with Paul Marzano.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not too far back.
That was his first album, though, right?
Well, it actually, this song that I did with him that I gave you is not on any of his albums yet.
Oh, that's the I Can't Hide Crazy. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Paul and I have done duos together, and we
he's
got to
great.
know each other. It was before he joined Aloha Monkey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now he's the
yeah.
bass player.
Mhm.
And actually, the bass player that was with Aloha Monkey, he did an original tune I played on called Beers at the Beach.
Oh.
I didn't bring that with me, but I'd have way too much content if I did that. And that was Scott. And Scott, thank you for that. That was cool. But back in around the 2006 to 2009 era was all the Asbury Park people that I met and sat in on their originals. I didn't start out doing covers. I just sat in playing by ear
Oh.
with, people's originals, and it was great. I do have a Michael Brett tune that I played on. If you want to listen to that one, it
Which
goes
one?
way back. It was called Gambling Man.
Oh,
or Gambling
yeah.
Man Blues. Yeah. And
I believe Michael used to show up a lot at Carol and Cook's open mics.
Mhm.
And they started in Rumson
Mm-hmm.
at Val's,
Okay.
Val's Tavern.
Right. I played Val's.
And then they went to, oh, God, where did they go next? I want to say Patrick's Pub in Neptune,
Okay.
not far from Elda, from the pizza joint.
Yep.
And then where was the last one they had done? Oh, I don't remember. But and then Carol started working with Bobby D'Onofrio, and they went to Molly McGuire's just down the street from Val's
Okay.
in Rumson.
I played with Bobby and Carol too as well.
Right,
I have.
so-
Yep. Yeah.
And then they went to the most recent one was oh gosh, where did they have that open? Oh, Cook and Carol also did back then it was the Lake House in Deal,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Now I can't. It was McGillicuddy's then. I'm not sure what it is now, but so that's where I first encountered Michael Brett.
Oh,
who said
okay.
all those things.
Okay.
And then him and I, whenever it's because I started going there for a twofold purpose to start playing drums and percussion with a lot of different people, as well as finding guests for my radio show. And, I sat in with Mike on quite a few occasions. Always a lot of fun. You have to ask him, and next time you talk to him about the night we did the Phil Collins one, In the Air Tonight.
Oh, okay.
It was just me and Mike. So it was kind of like the White Keys or the
Mhm.
Black Keys. What the heck's the name? Right? Madison, what's the name of that band? The Black Keys, right?
She doesn't know.
Well, they're like a newer band.
I don't know.
Not really.
Black Keys? Black
been
Eyed
what,
Peas?
10 years or so
Not
they've been around?
familiar.
15 years,
yeah.
maybe?
Maybe about 15. Yeah.
It's called the Black Keys.
The Black Keys. Yeah.
It's a
Mhm.
guitar player and a drummer.
Yeah.
And they used to sell out places like the Wells Fargo Center, Madison Square Garden.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Black Keys. A little too much.
Anyway, so yeah, I
high.
always had I'm very fine. I did the thing up at
A little
Espresso
too high,
Joe's.
is there?
Okay.
Huh?
A little too high.
A little too high. There you go. I did a thing at Espresso Joe's with Mike and Shelley, all the people you
Yeah.
just mentioned. So
Yeah.
that's funny. What goes around.
I'm sure I probably seen you.
Our paths
you know?
have probably crossed. Yes.
I've probably seen you.
Somewhere. I used to do a lot of percussion work at those.
Okay.
With the exception of the one at the Lake House, I used to do a lot of percussion work, mostly at those
Mm-hmm.
open mics.
Yeah.
I started, the very first one I ever went to was at Val's.
Okay.
And I just started, people asked me to sit in, and because it was a very welcoming community, as I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely.
As I'm sure
Yeah.
you know yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Being asked to just sit in. And as a drummer, I began to subscribe to the KISS method there, keep
Yeah.
it simple,
Right.
stupid. And because it was all original music. So I didn't know the artists, let alone their songs, but I wound up doing okay. But and like you said, I got asked back.
Yeah.
So that's how you know you're doing okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So fantastic. So how did you and Michael begin to work together?
Well, through Shelley.
Okay.
Shelley and Mike really hung out a lot before
Yep.
she kind of hung out with Keith. And Keith was in this circle too as well. And that's kind of how I got involved because people for that time called me Shelley's harmonica player. That was kind of like my nickname in a sense, because I was Shelley was always welcoming me to play with them, and she'd be turning out song after song after song. She goes, "Here's another one," and I'd just be going, "Okay,
Right.
yeah." And
I don't think
I
she's
played.
put an album out since Kansas.
Oh wow, yeah.
unless she's got something I don't know about. But that's got to be 15 years
Well,
ago.
she married Keith and raised a family, so she's been. Yeah,
That darn
yeah.
Keith. Did Shelley ever? Well, funny story about Shelley. She was ardent then. When she made the decision that she was in a relationship with Keith, she moved from Neptune.
Right.
She lived over by Pete and Elda's, right? She lived
Yeah.
somewhere over there. Makes a decision to move from there to Robbinsville. She's moving in with Keith.
Okay.
So she says to me, she's like, Danny, you got a pickup truck, right? And I'm like, yeah. She said, will you help me get some of this stuff? I got some furniture and things of that nature.
I moved Shelley once.
And I said,
Only once.
she said, everything's there. I need to be out, and I got like a chest of drawers, and makes it sound like it's nothing. And we get there, and there really wasn't that much stuff. It filled the bed of my truck. We could take it one trip. Only problem is, she doesn't tell me that she has a mattress involved in this
Oh,
equation.
no.
And at the time, I didn't have a cover on my truck. Like when we moved yours, I had to just pull the cover over and lock it down. Wasn't a problem. So
Oh, no.
we leave Neptune, and I got this mattress in my truck, and we get in there, and we're driving down the road, and you know that ramp that you take from 18 to 138?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Is it still there?
Mattress goes way. Oh, no. And Shelly's like way ahead of me, and I'm like, no, stop. I think she backed up from the traffic light at the Parkway all the way. Help me get it in the back of the truck. We piled a bunch of stuff on it, and I was like, this should hold. Because I didn't have any tie downs. I wasn't expecting a mattress. But so now I keep them in my truck.
Just for the random
I haven't used them
mattress. I was
since,
gonna
but I
say.
keep them in my truck anyway.
How many mattresses are you moving these days?
So that's my.
Shelley story.
Yes,
We still laugh about that.
we
to
have to
this
get
day.
we have to get her back on.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's doing.
No, she was on the Women of Song, wasn't that when she came in last?
Maybe.
Joe Weimer. The
I'm
was
not
the
sure.
Women of Song.
Been a while since she did one of
Mhm.
those.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, well, you have that Michael Brett tune queued up?
I do.
All right. Well,
This is an old original, Mike. This is cool.
Michael Brett has a song off his first CD called Labor Day.
Oh, yeah. I know it.
Ah,
I know. Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
I mean, he paints such a picture of the end of summer. I know that he really is fond of George Worth,
Yes.
who is
Yeah,
an
very
incredible.
similar. Yeah.
And George, when we did this recording, was kind of like the engineer.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, he did it at George's
Yeah.
in his basement, didn't he?
I,
Or
I'm not
his
even
house?
su- I think we did it at Michael's house in a foyer or something like that when we were doing recording it. I might have that wrong, but I think that's where we did it because we did everything in. Well, what was odd about this recording is we played all the instruments without him singing. So what's funny is my phrasing is not lined up with his singing. I like to go into the recording studio and add the harmonica last after the singer. In this case, I just played without him singing. So you'll hear the phrasing is kind of a little bit different than if he was singing and I was kind of answering him or trying to fit in between his his words or whatever. But anyway, you were saying George Worth, yeah, he was
Yeah.
involved in that, yeah. And
Nice.
Brenda and George, they're awesome,
I love
awesome people.
love them both.
Yeah.
I love them both. All right, well, here's Michael Brett, and featuring our guest, Jersey John Hanney on harmonica, right?
Yep.
And the song called.
Gambling Man.
such a heavy load, and you better give him what he's owed. Well, you called up your bookie and you placed another bet. Another day older and deeper in debt. Give me one more week to pay you back, but still you take a tire iron to your leg and a pistol whip into your head. Well, you've got till Monday or you're gonna be dead, 'cause he don't accept no payment plan. This is the life of a gambling man. Behind the backs of your teenage sons, yeah, you emptied out their college funds, and you pawned the ring that you gave to your wife. She didn't marry you for this kind of life, but times are desperate when you need 50 grand. This is the life of a gambling man. Blackjack, poker, get money fast chases. You check the football games and the daily races. Slot machines and scratch off cards. When you win, it's a rush. When you lose real hard. And you're writing bad checks and bills ain't getting paid, 'cause there ain't a game out there you haven't yet played. You're hoping your mama can get you out of a jam. This is the life of a gambling man. Yeah, this is the life of a gambling man. Yeah, this is the life of a gambling man. Yeah, this is the life of a gambling man.
Michael Brett with Jersey John Hanney on harmonica. Gambling Man here on Rock On Radio. I see now all these years I do the Rock On Radio Indie Hour, and I take indie music, and I've played that song
Oh, okay.
on an occasion or two. I never knew that was you on harmonica.
Nice.
How about that?
I could probably sit here for 2 hours and just on the microphone talk about all the people that have influenced my life in the respect of sitting in with them, playing with them. I literally could just start reading a list of names and go on and on and on and on.
Well, do you have a website?
I do.
Social media?
Just so happens my website is jerseyjohn.net.
Okay.
And which will take you to jerseyjohnhaney.com. So they're a mirror. They're both the same. So whatever you type in, it'll take you to.
All right.
So
you have a
jerseyjohn.net.
social media or anything where people?
I am. I'm on Facebook. I have a private page and a public page. I hope I'm saying the terminology right. And then Instagram and Twitter. And that's it. That's pretty much what I have. I'm not a big TikTok guy at all.
Yeah.
I didn't think I had a TikTok page, but
But apparently you do.
TikTok. But
Well,
according
you have a social media director.
according to Madison, we are on TikTok in some way, shape, or form
From time to time.
from time to time. What do you see? I don't have that, so you could be.
I just put the same thing on TikTok I put on Instagram.
Oh,
The
okay.
reels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. How's it doing on TikTok? Because the Instagram reels do really
It
well.
does all right. Our TikTok overall just isn't like we just don't have as many followers on TikTok as Instagram because it's a newer account. Yeah,
So how do we increase those?
keep posting. Wait for it to hit.
Post
It's
them up?
also they post like a billion things on there.
Deco
every
does.
day, so
You need me to give like a speech about following our TikTok page or
Maybe.
anything?
Deco Entertainment.
I could be the face of Deco
You could.
until Bruce and Charlie find out.
Oh no.
Yeah, probably.
Oh no.
Oh, we can't have this.
Oh, no.
That's no.
Well, I could spread the word in the younger set that I
Mhm.
have influence over. That I pay their, I feed them.
Ah, yes.
All right, so here's what we do, Madison. Now, John, I think you'll like this.
Okay.
Here's what we do. We get like a gallon of Bacardi Silver,
All right.
all right?
I already like
Give
this.
it to me.
And a gallon of Jack. And a thing of Coke,
Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola.
Diet
Okay,
Coca-Cola.
Diet Coca-Cola. All right, if you like that, that's fine.
Ugh. Diet. You don't need Diet Coke.
Why do you think I look the way I do, Claire? Come on.
Diet is poison.
I know it's killing my
It's
brain cells.
poison. My
slowly.
parents both drank Diet Pepsi every night for dinner,
It's killing
and
me.
they
slowly.
died young. So stop it.
All right, Claire. Man, all right.
I will.
switch
I
back.
will make you not drink
switch.
Diet.
See,
My
you know-
mom says the same thing.
See, you know-
Aspartame. It's gonna kill me.
Pink poison. My mother used to put in her tea every day.
Yeah,
Sweet and low.
that's crazy.
Anyway, sidetrack. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right. I got a lot of other poisons in me.
So we put the bottle of Diet Coke in the middle between the Jack and then we just stand behind our product and we do nothing.
We do nothing.
Yeah, we do nothing.
Okay.
And then we post it. It'll be a reel about nothing.
I think it
Let-
might
it'd
be
be
better
like-
if we both drank the bottles. That would probably be crazy. That'd be some clickbait.
All right, if you're gonna make me fun, you're the artistic director.
Yup. Come on, listen. I'm the creative here.
You're the creative. That's right. See, be like, how. Caption will read like Hanney occupying old guy. And I'll just stand there. We could be like the American Gothic.
Oh, you
Without the pitchfork, we could have Bacardi and Jack Daniel.
the two of you.
That would be cool. Yeah, let's set that up.
All right.
Give me a day.
Okay. Next one. Well, we could do that at the Christmas party.
Yeah. Totally. Looking forward to it.
I will not be a part of that.
At least. Now, see, she's responsible. She's responsible. She's responsive to my ideas. She doesn't just shut me down.
Because
You
she's not
gotta-
21 yet, so her brain is not formed properly.
just got
You
tricked
should
again,
know
Danny.
better.
And you're probably buying,
Whole
right?
free
This is how
bottle.
that
I'll
works.
do whatever.
You should know better. What's your excuse? She's not 21 yet. What's your excuse?
For what?
Be acting like the non-adult.
Well, too much eggnog.
Not tonight, you haven't. Then maybe. But just saying.
Is the eggnog
My
good
buddy,
alcohol?
my buddy has his wife just retired,
Highly.
and
it's
I
really
didn't
good.
want her to retire because then that I figured we all figured it would cut back on the amount of golf that he plays.
Oh, okay.
So I kept giving her all these ideas that would keep her working until she was like 75. And she was not responsive to any of them. She did threaten me a few times, if that mattered. But hey, it is what it is. So I have Jersey John Hanney here on Rock On Radio. All right, so what did you, speaking of influenced by these local musicians, when you were a kid, what did you listen to as a kid?
You know, it's
If you were playing the trumpet, were you like your parents are Herb Albert?
sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, without having an older brother or sister, my music influence was from my uncle and my mom. You know, so that's kind of how it started out until I got my adoptive brothers and sisters, bigger brothers and sisters when I got into high school. So I listened to Murray the K albums and, Herb Alpert and, anything that my parents would have. Now, my brothers and sisters are younger than me. Their influences came in from all the other angles. And so mine was kind of, I guess it would be eclectic would be kind of the word I'd use. I didn't really pick up into the music that was currently my vibe or whatever until I got into the Navy, really. But people would write AC/DC on their, on their what do you call
book
it?
covers.
Their notebooks and book covers, and I'd go, "Who the hell's AC/DC?" When I first saw it, and then I'd have to go listen to it. And probably like you, AM radio was the only thing I really could listen to. So I was listening to ABC out of New York and listening to that music. So Don't Rock the Boat. It was always pop music that I was listening to. And I didn't get into rock music until I met other people. And we'd be sitting in someone's house and listening to The Wall, Pink Floyd's The Wall or Dark Side of the Moon and the album and listen to the entire album and stuff. So when I first got into the outside influences of music, I was way behind my peers on what they were listening to because a lot of times they had older brothers and sisters, and they were listening to Blue Oyster Cult, like you were talking about earlier, and AC/DC and, Aerosmith and things like that, and Led Zeppelin, of course. So I didn't experience Led Zeppelin until I was in the Navy, like really experience it. I heard a couple songs. I didn't know it. But once I got into the Navy, I did, I was doing key punching on the aircraft carrier, and we'd listen to cassette tape after cassette tape after cassette tape, and I got a big music education. We got people from the South that were Marshall Tucker fans, people from the, from the West, 38 Special fans, Huey Lewis and the News, the Stones. I didn't even really listen to the Stones till I was in the Navy. And I'm going back to albums and rediscovering all this. And we get to a point where the Stones would release a new album, and we go, oh, my God, they just lost it. Forget it. This album's horrible. Or Fleetwood Mac. This album's horrible. Oh, my God. And then you'd listen to the album, and it wear on you. And you go, oh, my God, this is crazy.
Right.
It's really cool. And the first time I went to a couple of concerts when I was in Port, and I went to go see 38 Special, and on my ticket was Huey, Louie, and Dewey. I'm just saying that because I was just laughing because that's what I remember, and a whole bunch of friends were making kind of comments about it. And so anyway, I go to see the concert, and it was Huey Lewis and the News, and they were amazing. And when Huey Lewis was playing the harmonica, that was the first time I said, I can do that. So everybody says, oh, Charlie Musselwhite was your influence, whatever. There was no harmonica influence for me. Harmonica came to me as a necessity for me to get a turn when everybody was playing in the after party. And people would say, well, you're good at that. You're way better at that than guitar. Why don't you do that? But Huey Lewis was probably the person that I watched play harmonica that I went, that is cool. Oh, my God. And he's a great harmonica player.
Really?
A really good harmonica player. And then later on, other harmonica players, as I got to listen to them, were like, oh, I know that song. I know that artists, Little Walter, and
Right.
and then some of the blues people that just were amazing. Anyway, so I jumped around. So my influences were, from all different angles. It wasn't until I was in the service that I started locking down onto some certain artists that I kind of like. The Eagles instantly became my number one, influence and where I went after, as well as Boston. I loved Boston. I loved the high vocals. I loved, someone's reaching for those high notes when they sang too as well.
That's
Anyway.
funny because
Yeah.
the very first harmonica player I ever noticed, really, was Magic Dick.
Yeah.
From
Jay
Jay
Giles.
Giles.
Sure.
And I was like, because I saw 2 concerts over the course of my lifetime at Rider University, which is a 500-seat gym.
Yeah.
Okay. And the first one I saw was Jay Giles,
Yeah.
which was on Peter Wolf's birthday, so it was insane. The second one I saw, they had just put out their first album. They were doing a college tour. It was 38 Special.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
So so I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, to see these guys in these small environments. Second concert I ever saw in my life. First, what was your first concert?
Oh, I would not be able to really say. I mean, my mom would take us to the Garden State Arts Center. We'd see the Beach Boys.
Right.
Okay.
Or we'd go to the Irish Festival there. So I'm not really sure what my first concert was. I wasn't really sure. My uncle took me out to see Starship. Well, what do they call before Starship? Jefferson Airplane.
Jefferson Airplane.
Right. So, so there's things of I could never really nail down what my first concert was.
Mine was Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Okay. There you go.
Princeton University, Jadwin Gym. Less than a year later, I saw my second concert, same spot. Boston had just put out their second album. Boston, the opening act was Sammy Hagar.
Oh my God, that's cool.
Right? So that's how far back we're going. So, you're sitting here talking, and I'm like, God, you're taking me back to when I was a kid because you remember a lot of those things. Again, Magic Dick stood out for me on harmonica. Then I never really paid attention to the harmonica, even though when I was in high school, same time I started going to concerts, I got presents.
Yeah.
So now you got, Nobody's Fault But Mine and Robert Plant. And even Led Zeppelin 4 when I was 12, when the levee breaks, never really put 2 and 2 together because I was so infatuated with the drum sound.
Oh, exactly. I'm the same way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the harmonica never really stood out for me. And then I wound up interviewing and having a common friend with James Montgomery,
Okay.
a great harmonica player, who I'm pretty sure I think he did, I could be wrong, does the harmonica work for Christine Ullman,
Okay.
who is in the SNL band, and she's got a band called the Rebel Montez. But then I got to interview James Cotton, and I got a couple of tickets to see him in a room no bigger than the room we're in right now. And afterwards, and he struggled to talk as he got older. As a matter of fact, he died like 8 months after this show. But to see him just sitting in that chair and playing a harmonica, I was like, wow, that's different. Then you start to pay attention to the harmonica and the various people and then we went to Clarksdale, and you meet Deke, and you watch Gary Newworth, and there's these people who know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I tried to play the harmonica when I was in 10th grade, and I could do it a little bit,
Yeah.
but not very well. I still have them. A couple of Honers and a Chromatic that I have at home, but I haven't picked them up in years. So good for you, man. That you saw an opening and you took it.
Sort of, yeah.
Because the harmonica is one of them instruments that, unless you're playing blues music, doesn't stand out in the mix. It's kind of kept low.
Sort of.
Well, like even the set you did with Sonny Ken.
Oh yeah.
They got Sonny and John ripping away on the guitar, and you're doing these harmonica riffs.
Yeah.
Now I paid attention.
Yeah.
But Joe Average sitting out in the crowd, they're looking at them two on guitar thinking, wow,
absolutely.
look at them. They're not seeing you over there blowing your brains out, essentially,
Nice. That's a nice use of words.
I try. I'm a wordsmith. Nice.
That was a little.
Yeah, it's taken me places where I thought I would never be. And I told you this earlier. I just said I never thought that harmonica would change my life, and it did. And when I decided that I was going to kind of transition to a semi-retirement environment and kind of do this, and say I can do this. I've been doing it for a long time. I'm ready to get out of mainstream corporate world and kind of transition over to doing, harmonica as my my means of, I wouldn't say survival, but means of where I want to go.
Okay.
Next. And I've had, you play and you talked about it earlier in the interview, especially with Blue Oyster Cult and stuff. Somebody will say to me, "What are you doing here? How come you're not playing like touring the country or something like that?" And they'll say that. And then you think about the opportunities you got, and you go, the music business is really a hard business or whatever to if you want to go that route and, say you want to become famous. I never thought of it that way at all, ever, from that perspective at all. I just take it one day at a time, and I enjoy it one day at a time. If I ever get to a point where I'm, on the road and traveling with a band, would I do that? I don't know if I'd ever do that.
I would like to see him go to Clarksdale
Oh, you
and just go to any juke joint,
Yeah.
Yep,
or
just
go
stand
to
up.
go to Deke's shop
Yeah.
and just jam with Deke.
Mm-hmm.
And Deke's shop is actually no bigger than from behind Madison to that door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very small and it's very cluttered with old instruments, but the vibe is just incredible. You would do well just to go there and hang out, and they'll bring you up.
Yeah.
You could play, they'll bring you up. So that'd be really cool. Well, what was the third cut we were talking about?
Paul Marzano.
Marzano.
All right. Yeah.
How on earth did
Hey.
you get involved with Marzano?
Well, it was a long road to that, but I kind of met Paul through my brother. Worked with Adam the drummer and let's see, Adam
Aloha Monkey.
Aloha Monkey, and worked with Bob Kuhn, and kind of knew them. I also knew them from another angle, just meeting them through, playing with other bands and kind of seeing them. So a brother and I had kind of a mutual emerging, you want to call it, of getting to know Aloha Monkey. And Paul was kind of involved in that Asbury Park scene as well, and I met him through that as well. Now, Paul wasn't, I think the song we're doing now, was part of Aloha Monkey, but before that, I met Paul, and we did some duos together, and that's my MO. A lot of times, somebody will have a duo with another guitar player, and I go, "John, my guitar player's sick. Can you sit in? We know you can sing, and we know you can just pick up anything if you hear it." So the duo may change from a bass player to a harmonica player or another guitar player. So that's kind of how I got a lot of my gigs. Even to this day, I'll get a call from somebody saying, "Hey, can you fill in?" And so fill in's like my number one thing in my life now when it came to harmonica. But anyway, so I met Paul in that, I guess, that era, and he said, "I'm doing a song," and he goes, "I would love for you to play harmonica on this song." And I think I came up with a style and a riff like within a day or two. and then I sent it to him. I just recorded it in my house, and the sound engineer put it to it to the music that he already had, because Paul gave me the track without harmonica in it and his singing. So this is the first song. I think it's the first song that I ever did where I just recorded my part in my own house.
Oh,
And
cool.
And mailed it in.
Yeah, and mailed it in.
Mm-hmm.
Which Marzano tune do we have?
It is called "I Can't Hide My Crazy."
I can't now. Oh, this isn't on any of the albums.
No,
It's not on any of his
yet.
albums.
So it's a
Nope.
world premiere, whether Marzano
It
knows
is
Likes
it
it or not.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
See, I had to laugh because when you called me the other day,
Yeah.
I had an offer to play a country club, a private country club up in
Okay.
Branchburg, and that's where I was on my way when you called. So you were talking to me about the people you perform with, and you told me about Paul Marzano and how I should check him out.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of chuckling to myself.
Oh,
So I told Paul, I said, I got John Hanney coming. I goes, oh, I love John. John's, I said, yeah, he told me I should check you out. That's somebody who should be on my radio show.
He's been on twice already, so that's good.
And he started laughing.
We love Paul.
And I said, oh, well, I said, I let him go and tell me that, I should check you out. So I'm going to have to check you out, man. You're going to have to come in again.
That'd be
He
cool.
started cracking up. He goes, you didn't tell him that you know me? I said, nah.
Yeah. Now you know.
I said, how am I going to tell if he's trashing you or not, man? Maybe he was saying bad stuff about you. I could report him.
That's not possible.
Yeah, true.
yeah.
This is Paul Marzano we're talking about.
All right, so this is a new Marzano tune. Huh?
Hmm.
Oh.
Well, it was actually in 2020. The date finalized, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just has it. It's one of his separate songs. It's like the one like he keeps. I Can't Hide My Crazy.
Well,
Yeah, it's the
had a
latest
couple of
summer
songs, right? Yeah.
2020 song
2020,
released.
yeah.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
a couple of songs, and I guess he was choosing which ones he was going to put on the album.
Yeah,
the
because he
next
does like one more Buffett song. Like he
Yeah.
does things that he has outside
Right.
of
Yes.
that he just kind of keeps on the
So
side.
should we follow that up with Gravy or Sauce? Another Marzano
Oh, that's
hit?
right. Yep. Yep. His pizza one and
That's right.
Jersey
Oh.
joints. Yep.
Jersey Pizza Joints.
Jersey Pizza-
Yeah.
Jersey Pizza
Well, I
joints,
ran
blah, blah, blah.
sound for Aloha Monkey. I do. That's another thing I do. I run a lot of sound, and I ran sound for their with the pizza contest that they have, or pizza
yeah.
meatball
Mhm.
at it's called Reds up in yeah. So I get there at 10 in the morning, set up all the sound. I did it for a couple of years, and I went to.
Did you do the sound for them when they were at the Bordentown Elks for that pizza contest?
No, I didn't do
I
that.
didn't think
But
I
I did
remember.
do Paul's. I did sound for Paul's one of his CD releases at.
PJ Sweeney's.
It was at PJ Sweeney's.
We were there. We were the MCs.
I was running the sound for
Yeah,
that.
we were
yeah.
we
and
were the
Andy
MCs
Russo was
for it.
there.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
running
and Dee
around
Dee.
like a
Yep.
maniac doing
Oh,
the
that's
sound for
funny.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you probably saw me.
We were there too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Claire MC'd that one.
Yeah.
I did not. You did.
What?
I did some of it, but you did
Oh.
most of it. I only did one song. I didn't do the whole thing.
Didn't you introduce him?
I did at one
Yeah.
point. There's a picture of me introducing him, and
Okay.
it makes it look like I'm singing, but I'm just introducing. And of course, like he posts that picture all the time, and he's like, "Hare Clenwood is here," and she's singing whatever song.
Did you
she's
just
singing.
call yourself Hare Clenwood?
That's what he calls me, Hare Clenwood. That's what he calls me. He wrote it down. He posted it. I'm like, Hare Clenwood. That's a new one. Anyway.
I have
What
to
are you
have that,
looking
I'm
for?
gonna have that water bottle analyzed.
You thought I was like doing it on accident? It was intentional. He calls me Hare Clenwood.
Well, I stumble over words all the time.
I was very intentional.
Oh, so this was intentional.
Yeah, you go to my website, my Facebook page. He posted.
Hare
Said
Clenwood.
Hare Clenwood was singing. It was my birthday or something, and he was being silly. Imagine that.
No.
Paul Marzano.
Well,
being
this is
silly.
a song of his called
I Can't Hide My Crazy.
with Tom Hanks.
I've always had this struggle makes it tough, so I try to fake it. But the truth is, I can't hide my crazy. It's out there all the time. I can't shake this crazy. It's mine, all mine, all mine. I thought it was a phase that maybe I'd outgrow in time. I can't shake this crazy. It's mine, all mine, all mine. Looked at me with those eyes. Somehow she saw through. She pulled me close and whispered to me, honey, I'm just like you. She said, I can't hide my crazy. It's out there all the time. Hope you like this crazy, 'cause baby, this crazy is mine. I can't hide my crazy. It's born out of the stars. Let's not hide this crazy, 'cause baby, this crazy is ours. It's ours. I can't hide my crazy. I can't hide my crazy. I can't hide my crazy. Mine, oh, mine, oh, mine, oh, mine, oh, mine. Baby, this crazy is mine.
There's Marzano and John, Jersey John Hanney on harmonica here on Rock On Radio.
Yeah.
So who else have you performed with?
Oh gosh, lots of name drops. I'll do it now. I'll go. I have a little list here, so
Go
I can,
ahead. Bruce
I
has a
can cheat,
cleaning
cheat.
crew. We can sweep them all
we
up.
we can cheat. So, like after Asbury Park, I kind of headed towards the Belmore cover scene,
Okay.
and I met people at Four Winds in Manasquan. There was a lot of music there. That was my hangout, and it was cool because I met a guy named Danny Walsh there. Great saxophone, keyboard player.
I know the name.
Who else did I meet there? I met Seth Teager, Mike Dalton, Phil Engel. I met there.
Oh, yeah, the thing. Phil
That's
Engel
how I got
band.
to know him before he has, the band that
His
he has
band,
now.
right.
I met him then. Joe and Elena McLaughlin, they were local people there. Jim Long, Randy Leday. So they were the people that got me to play with their bands, which led me to the Boathouse and playing with Frank Lombardi. He's an original artist guy too, as well. Joe Barricata. I played with Mike Dalton Band. I played with a band
Frank
called
was
Third
on this
Son.
show years ago. Years ago. I
who's
think
that?
we were still on AM radio when Frank was on this show.
What an amazing vocal and guitar skills. He was just amazing.
Yep.
We used to do Sundays together as people came from the beach, and we'd sit in and we'd do a duo. It was really cool. Mostly covers we do, but once in a while he'd throw an original in. It's cool. And then so I met, I played with a band called Third Son, which was Seth Teager's band. They kind of adopted me. That's when I used to go up and play all the staples, Roadhouse Blues, Mary Jane's Last Dance, Folsom Prison, that type of stuff. So when I was at that time in my period of my life, I was coming home from work, and I'd go to bed at 5 o'clock. I'd eat, go to bed, sleep, and take a nap until I'd wake up like about 10 o'clock at night, go at the Boathouse or one of the places in Belmar, and sit and wait and do the last song with the band. And then eventually they'd go, come a little bit earlier and we'll let you do the middle of our set, and you can do this one and that one. Like Pat Roddy and those people would let me come up and do. So I definitely earned my keep. For quite a few years, I was coming in and just hanging out and waiting to get called up. Billy Walton and Billy Walton is not a fan of harmonica players, but he's given me an open invitation to go up. So I kind of like that. I kind of think that's pretty cool too as well. And then I met Paul Solinsky, Todd Robbins, John Perry, Gordon Bunker Strout. He was in Glimmergrass and Blue Highways and Spare Parts. Sean Watson. A little bit before that was John Turnquist, an original artist guy, and he had a band called Evergreen File. That was probably the first band I ever really played with. It was a band called Evergreen File. We practiced at the Allaire Airport for 2 years before we went out and actually played. Well, I might be exaggerating. It was more like a year, but we did do a couple of gigs at the Brick Moose and some local places, Point Pleasant Elks and stuff like that. So that was my first band. So when I was in that time period of sitting in with bands, I said, I kind of want to lock down and kind of do one band. And so I met a guy I graduated with. His name's Johnny Brew. And I started sitting in with Johnny Brew doing covers. And we knew each other from high school, and I kind of hit the cover scene and got out of the original music stuff and kind of did that. And so I was making a little bit of money on the side along with my regular paycheck I was getting from the corporate world. And then eventually, I won't go through my whole entire history. I'll go crazy if I keep dropping all these names. But I will have to say that, people like Seth Teeger was instrumental in helping me get to where I am today, as well as Danny Walsh. He taught me when not to play. And when not to play was what got me the callback. And
it's so funny you went there, because I'm sitting here and you were talking about Billy not being fond of harmonica players.
Right.
And the reason I think behind that is when you, even if you're playing in a blues band and you're a harmonica player, you've got to know, like you just said, when not to play, because I always equated, I've seen a lot of harmonica players who, in my opinion, are the equivalent to drummers that overfill.
Yeah.
Because they don't know when to stop. And they're putting stuff behind vocal. I mean, when the vocalist is doing his thing, let him do his thing. You don't need to be behind him during the verses, and you don't need to be, if you're going to take your own solo, or you're going to call an answer with somebody, or you're going to be behind a guitar player who's like you were with Sonny and John, which was tastefully done. But far too often, harmonica players are like that lead guitarist that don't know when to stop.
Oh, yeah.
Or the drummer that overfills. And it's like, wow, it'd be great if he would just shut up.
and I think I picked up on it pretty fast, or very, very quickly, I should say. But Danny was one of these people that would tell me when not to play, and I would go, well, shouldn't I play? And he taught me how to really listen, almost to be at a point where I'm sitting in the audience and I want to know what I would want to hear if I was sitting in the audience, kind of like that. And what was cool is I told one time a steel pan player, he's was in the Navy, and his name's Christian, his first name. His last name slips my mind, but he has steel drum classes even to this day. He does it, and I was telling him that what Danny Walsh was communicating to me, and he said, "Oh, well, he's a Berklee School of Music dropout." And I went, well,
Perfect.
That's not
Perfect. They're the ones that make
right.
it.
And so, and see, and then
Did you graduate?
I was like, I took it the other way. I went, that's not right, And he was. Berklee was not a challenge to him.
Right.
And here I did, stage band competition at Berklee when I was in high school, and thinking this is where I want to go if I'm going to play music. And I fell in love with film score and that type of stuff there. And we can get to that a little bit later, but it's like a bucket list item that I got to do later on, which I never thought I'd ever,
cool.
be able to play in a movie. But
Yeah.
Danny Walsh,
What movie was it again?
Shelter in Solitude. I got to play harmonica through the whole movie.
That's cool.
And sit down, and we just basically did what a lot of studio engineers have me do. They played a song, and they kind of, not that I overplay, they want me to play harmonica where I think it'll fit. And then they pull me out when they don't think they need me in that spot.
Right.
And I don't mind. I'll sit there and play through the whole song. But don't get me wrong, Danny, I'll do the phrasing where I won't step on anybody's vocals or on top of a solo or whatever it is. But what's cool is to hear the engineer go, all right, I don't need it here, I don't need it here, I don't need it here. And so, Shelter in Solitude was that environment with Kyle and stuff like that.
That's cool.
But I did get to go to town on a lot of stuff because in that environment, I'm laying down a background track for a scene, and there's no singing. It's all instrumental. So that technique is a little bit different than what I've done in the past. But being a fan, I just love scores to movies. I'll listen to them while I'm driving. And John Williams, my hero. I just love John Williams. And I'll listen to movie scores as I drive or go somewhere. I just love it. Oh my God! It's just awesome. Anyway.
Oh no! Here comes Darth Vader.
Your lack of harmonica I find disturbing. Madison, what are you doing?
On the phone she is.
Even Darth Vader can't find that.
On the phone she is.
Good Yoda. I am not doing Princess Leia.
No.
Help me, Obi Dan.
Obi Dan. Oh no, you be Dan.
I be Jabba the Hutt. So,
God,
do we
I
have
jumped around.
Do we have the movie score?
We do. I have some selections I gave you too.
Now, were you interested in movie scores prior to doing
Oh
this?
my God, yes. My whole entire life. It was just like movie scores to me. I just fell in love with it as soon as I saw the first Star Wars movie. Way back when I was working with Monmouth Cable and I got out of the Navy and they gave me a part-time job back, I was doing commercial insertion stuff. And at night, I'd have a camera and could do anything I wanted. So I would do animation with the camera, stop motion animation, and I do it. And so I made an animated cut. And I sent it in to Dick Clark's TV Bloopers and Practical Jokes, and they accepted it. So I'm on one of the episodes. I have an animated short. For the soundtrack, I took music from Star Wars. I had the LP, and I queued it up, and I recorded it, and I put it into the background music of my little short or whatever. And they called me up, and I had to tell them what track I used and everything like that and whatever. And it was so cool. But just from that, doing recordings with a friend of mine on a cassette recorder, we would act out our own scripts with a cassette recorder and just kind of
That's great.
create stuff on cassette. And occasionally we'd do Super 8 movie, but there was no sound.
Right.
But we love to just grab two microphones, reel to reel, or a cassette later on, and just act out these silly skits that we make up on the spot, improv, and throw background music in from a soundtrack to a movie.
So were you
or
inspired by the stop motion, the making of Empire Strikes Back? When you like that came out, that's what inspired me. I have an art degree, and I did stop motion. I did claymation.
Oh, really?
And I went to try. I wanted to go to Will Vinton. I was like, that was where I wanted to go in Oregon.
Well, the chess scene in the
Yes.
first one
Yes.
was the one.
That you saw, yeah.
Yeah. And I saw the making of,
Right.
and
Well, they had I remember it was specifically the Empire Strikes Back making of that I saw when they'd hit the wire, the telephone wire or the cable for the sound of the
to make the blaster.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And I was
Yep.
like,
Yep.
love that.
The sound of the blaster. They hit a
Yep.
hit a guy wire to a tower or
Yep.
something like that, and
Yep.
that was Ben Burt. sound design guy.
Yeah, that was
See.
amazing. But I love that too. And I was in puppets. I did Jim Henson stuff, and it
All
was
that
just
stuff.
it's so fun.
Oh my God, we could talk for hours.
You know,
Well,
right?
and what people don't, your average viewer don't understand, and I can speak to this because
You don't understand.
no, because I'm average.
Oh, you're average. There you go.
Anytime you want to jump in there.
You're doing just fine. He's doing just fine. Digging his
She's
own
like,
hole.
why are you bothering me, old man? So, I've done a few TV and films myself. The only reason why it's not many is because my talents are so vast that the contracts are so big.
You didn't get called back.
Why are you laughing over there?
I'm not laughing.
No, I've done some work, commercials, things. I know why she's laughing now. Where I got cast into hell.
Yes.
That's okay. I was cast into hell by St. Peter in a local TV commercial. So anyway, but all the stuff that actually goes into making these, the behind the scenes stuff is so
Fun.
interesting. and yeah, it was it was fun. Like that CNN special, I was next to my friend
Caesar.
Righteous,
No.
and he was assassinated. So we were like, and that's the one that winds up on the cutting room floor. But they had the railroad track in there for the camera and the 360, and it was really cool. And of course, you don't see that.
No.
So it's really neat to see what goes into the making of television
I love that part.
commercials. And
I was so inspired. I think we were that generation that just loved that. It wasn't done before. You
Yeah.
know, and
Well,
that was all physical, but then it went into CGI and all that.
well, and now here's something I'm going to say that I know is going to bite me, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay.
You can edit it out.
I saw the original Star Wars in the movie theater,
Well, so did I.
and up until when it came out,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
right.
So did I.
Well, she
did I.
didn't.
I did too.
You did not. You were like
did too.
4.
I was 10.
No, you were not. It
was-
came out in like 1976.
I was 8.
So, yeah.
I was 8. I could. I was 8. I didn't have a booster seat or anything. I was like, and my father went, and he was really pissed because he was sitting next to a kid who must have seen it like 20 times before, and he was doing all the dialogue on the screen next to my father. My father was ready to kill him. He's like, "Stop quoting the film. I want to watch it." But yeah,
I was in my teens.
So yeah, I was
Yeah.
2. So you remember going and seeing that and
Yeah.
the special effects, which now, if you look back at the original Empire or
Yeah.
Star Wars,
yeah.
you're like,
yeah.
wow, we thought they were great, compared to what they have today.
Yeah. Now
And-
it's too real.
And make the camera move and leave the ship stationary. That was like,
Yeah. Right.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah.
but awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're so creative.
Yeah.
So
Jim Henson too. He was just brilliant.
So that kind of stuff is what sparked a whole generation of interest in filmmaking and
Mm-hmm.
stuff of that nature. So do we have a cut of this?
Yeah.
We have
Which
a
one
couple.
from the movie? Which one would you want to play?
We have a couple. Let's do. All right. So, what I like about the instrumental stuff that I did is if you listen to the track, you don't realize that it's almost all harmonica. Even some of it sounds like almost like brass instruments as well in there, but it's me overlapping with different harmonica. So one of the clips is called 10 Days Away. It represents this guy on death row who is basically 10 days away from execution. And when they showed me the scene, I got to sit with Kyle, and he said, here's the scene. And I just played harmonica to what I saw. And we did several different runs to figure out which, whether I started sad or a little happy or depending on the mood that I started out with, I would approach it different ways each time. And then we'd take it and edit it and put it together. And then also we'd have harmonica overlap harmonica. So 10 Days Away is probably a good cut to play. And I'm going to warn everybody, it's all instrumental. It's a movie soundtrack, but it's got such a mood to it that I think is amazing. And then what Kyle did is he added some, bass strings to it, as well as some a violin. What do they call it when you take a violin and you very quickly kind of give it a vibrato or whatever?
Dazed and confused.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Danny.
Jimmy Page. Sorry.
And so that would probably be a good one to start
All
out
right.
with.
I got it. I got it cued.
All right, we ran two back to back there. The
did.
first one was
That was 10 Days Away,
And
then
the second one?
And the second one's called Changing the Guard. The heartbeat, that bass baritone sound was harmonica as well,
So
overlapping
cool.
harmonica. I blew the heartbeat into in a rhythmic pattern, and we just looped it, and that's kind of what we did. So
Right, now, you
Yeah.
said there's also a third.
yeah, a third cut, and it's what kind of got me. It was like my audition. Dave Stefanik was the one that had me hook up with Kyle Ward, and Dave Stefanik brought me to the studio, and it was kind of like, hey, we want you to play on this country song. Well, I didn't even know it was part of a movie. And so I played, you'll hear the harmonica in there, and you'll hear a violin going back and forth. And I know we don't have much time, but I brought my friend Bobby Baxmeyer in to play violin because they had a kind of a recorded violin. And so we brought him in, and we had our little exchange in it. But they're doing line dance in the movie, and they danced to just just a beat.
Wow.
And then they added this back into the movie, the line dance,
And that's
So-
the name of the song?
called Line Dance.
Line Dance. Line dance or line dancing?
Line Dance. That's
Line
what,
dance.
That's what
Okay.
Kyle called it on his track.
Kyle Ward, the movie was?
Shelter in Solitude.
All right. And websites and all that again?
Yeah, jerseyjohn.net for me. If you do, I have search engine on my website, so anything you've heard tonight, you just type it in, hit search, and you'll find it.
Cool.
And I already have a page I started for tonight. I just got to add some more details to it.
Well, one of the things you could probably add then, maybe, if you can, is
Yeah.
a song that we're not going to be able to get to because of time restraints.
Yeah,
which you
so
did
I-
with our friend Lisa Bouchel.
Lisa Michelle. I'm working with a band called Coyote Jack. I got Lisa Michelle. I met a long time ago, and we just recently ran into the studio. I'm on a song called "Love Is Love," and that's available on all platforms. Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, and we're just now starting the next album, or whatever. And we're in the studio, and I believe Lisa Michelle is going to be on that too.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Cool.
And what's the name of that song?
I don't know what the name of the song
Oh,
is.
okay.
It's
We're
the
just starting
album.
out.
It's a new
Yeah,
album.
The new album, and I don't even know the title of the songs yet.
Excellent.
That
All
makes it
right.
easy.
Well, thank you for making the trip, John.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
great.
thank you. It was my pleasure.
Next week, we have
Bamber Dose.
Bamber Dosed is coming back. They got Chris has sent me. Oh, they got all kinds of new music,
Okay.
so they'll be back in here, and that should be a lot of fun. So, thank you, producer Claire. Madison, where can they find our reels?
Rock on Radio on Instagram, and on Facebook it's Rock on Radio with Danny Coleman, right? The Facebook page.
Danny Coleman. Rock
Danny
on
Coleman's
Radio.
Rock on Radio
2.
2,
Yep.
the number 2.
Yup.
All right, and at Deco Entertainment site as well.
Yep, DecoEntertainment.com and at Deco Entertainment on Instagram.
Fantastic. All right, thank you, Madison. And again, John, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
for making the trip. I'm glad you introduced yourself at that benefit at DJ's, man.
Oh, thank you.
That's fantastic. All right, so until next week.
Rock on!